Well, hello, everybody, and this is our nightcat and chat, honey. Let me tell you something. Looking at this episode of Gypsy Rose Life After Lockup has quelled all my suspicions. Ken don't seem like he give one flying about Gypsy. This is a hot mess express. If this is your first time being here, hi, I'm Auntie. And hello there, Jolene. Jolene said, I am first. And if this is your first time being here, please like, comment, child, and subscribe to the channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button and joining this family. To all of my nieces, nephews, and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, child. Thank y'all so much for y'all continued support. As you all can see, honey, I am in my night gear, okay? Getting ready to go to bed. But I said, you know what? I've got to come out here and talk about season 2 of Gypsy Rose Life After Lockup. Now, I don't know if y'all have been keeping up with all the goings-ons of the goings-on in downtown in Gypsy's life. But honey, let me tell you something. Oh my God. Sometimes you need to leave well enough alone. Like seriously, well enough alone. There's been so much controversy around Gypsy and this baby, and honey, they are putting it out there in the streets, and I am here, honey, to walk the pavement and pick up every little morsel that they leave on the ground. So we open up this season of Love, a Life After Lockup with Gypsy Rose and Ken Chow talk about the pregnancy. Now y'all know that Gypsy, prior to honey, was with Ryan. She had decided, honey, that she was going to see her a piece of on the side by the name of Ken. Okay. Now, as you all remember, Ken was the one that she was dating when she initially was in prison, right? He was writing her and she had fell in love with him and he broke up with her. She said, okay, that they were broken up for 5 years without her ever finding out what had happened. And in the meantime and in between time, she started dating Ryan. So while she was in prison dating Ryan, Ryan decided that he wanted to get down there. Let me tell you something. Okay, wait a minute. Ryan wanted to get down there to jail, honey. He wanted to make sure that he had, locked old Gypsy girl in. I think that Ryan is obsessed with Gypsy. I don't think this is love, honey, at all. I think that he is absolutely, totally, positively obsessed with this girl. Honey, I tried a couple of times to watch him downtown through the TikTok, and I said he ain't doing nothing but collecting a check and wasting people time. That man wouldn't talk about nothing, wouldn't tell nothing. And now on this episode, honey, we see they pulled up some of his TikToks, child, while he was down there talking, and someone he wasn't gonna say nothing. Y'all come on and let me know downtown in the comment section, okay? Because that's why I'm live and not recording this, okay? Y'all let me know how y'all feel downtown through the comment section. So Gypsy decides that, she is going to end the relationship with Ryan and then start dating Ken. Okay, because Ken gave her a little holla, right? Now, honey, it's been a lot of controversy going on, with Ken saying that he playing for the other side. Now, that ain't my business, okay? Ain't nothing wrong with it, okay? Just disclose. Anyway, child. Hey girl, what's the tea? Hey there, Randy. Want to make sure I shout out them members now. Okay. Hey Sheila. Y'all know I'm out here late. So anyway, we got our girl, you know what I'm saying? Gypsy is, she's playing with the boys. Ryan is devastated, okay? And Gypsy is just like, you know what? I don't love you. I don't love you like that. I don't like you like that. I don't want to be with you and all of that kind of stuff, right? So anyway, Gypsy decides that, she's going to end the relationship. She gets in a relationship with Ken. And of course, Christy and all of them are in on the deal. Okay. In my opinion, they're all in on the deal. So the next thing you know, Gypsy pops up pregnant. So now, honey, downtown to the TikTok, on the YouTube, and everywhere else, it's a whole scandal going on, right? Because everybody's thinking that their baby was Ryan. And I said, you know what? I don't think that Gypsy gave it up to Ryan but a couple of times. I think she gave it up to him enough that would satisfy him and satisfy his fetish for her. Because I absolutely believe that he's, got a fetish for the girl. Because on this particular episode, okay, this was the first one, so y'all ain't behind. On this particular episode, child, they go down to Ryan house and he damn near got a shrine. Do y'all remember in season 1, okay, when Ryan and Gypsy was together and he had the sign made that had Ryan and Gypsy on the wall? Well, his damn apartment, right? He took the sign down and said that it burnt. I should have took pictures so y'all could see it, because seeing is believing. Seeing is believing. Now, Ryan says that it done burnt it to the wall. No, that's dirt. That's dirt. If you take a good little spray, Lysol, Clorox, whatever you want to use, and if you and you take a nice little paper towel, washcloth, dish rag, I don't care what it is, you could take a cotton ball, and you wipe across there, it ain't gonna be burnt into the wall. But Ryan alleges that he got burnt into the wall like she burnt into his heart. I said, you know what, this man, I don't ever believe had the right intentions as it related to Gypsy. I think that he absolutely saw her as a celebrity, treated her as a celebrity, and thought that that would cause him to be a celebrity, which is why he was on his dry ass TikTok talking about her, but would never say anything, didn't never give no tea. I could not understand what, like, I tried it a couple of times, but I just could not understand what people found out of talking to Ryan and thinking that Ryan was ever going to sell Gypsy out, because Ryan was in for the ride, in my opinion, the whole entire time. Anyway, and anywho, we open up with the family finding out that Gypsy is pregnant, right? Her dad is like, God damn. I was hoping that this is what even though I knew, because he had said it last season, even though I knew that Gypsy was going to sit her ass out there, right? And she wanted a baby, I thought that she would at least try to have some kind of life to live. But no, she turns around and gets pregnant by Ken immediately. Now, mind you, y'all remember when she was with Ryan, she was talking about the plan B. She had no intentions whatsoever to get pregnant by Ryan. And I don't blame her. I'm just gonna go ahead on and tell you, I didn't like Ryan from the giddy up. Okay, if you missed my reviews, I'll make sure that the playlist is up so you can get on downtown to the good old playlist. I didn't like Ryan from the giddy up. Okay, I just didn't. I didn't think that he had the right intentions as it related to Gypsy. Period. But anyway, so she had already told Ryan that basically she won't gonna have no baby bomb. She ain't gonna have no baby in her. She just ain't gonna do it. Every time they make love with each other, honey, she gonna hit her a good old plan B. She did not want anything with him, but with Ken, do I think that Gypsy trapped Ken? Mm-hmm. And I know a lot of people were saying that Gypsy mother did the same thing to Gypsy daddy. I don't know why, because he don't look like he works. Okay. But anyway, people were saying, the same thing, that Gypsy did the same thing that her mama did to her daddy. Okay. Now I don't know, how true that is or whatever, but birds of a feather flock together. Okay. Like mother, like daughter, bitch. Okay. Anyway. So anyway, y'all. The sister's like, I was hoping that she was gonna be on pills. Christy, she like, you know what? I'm just gonna rock the baby and I'm gonna love the baby. She gonna do whatever Gypsy want her to do, okay? Because just because I don't be talking about stuff, don't mean that I don't be out there peeping and looking and scrolling and seeing what's going on in the streets. Okay. I be straight up out there in the streets looking and scrolling and trying to find out what's going on with the goings on with Gypsy Rose. Now I ain't been looking at her, lately, right? Because it just get to be too much sometimes. But I be still keeping up with the goings on, with the goings on. So then now she's sitting on her bed and her and Ryan are having a conversation with production, and they're basically talking about the baby. And Ryan was, and not Ryan. I'm sorry, good child. I'm just as confused as her as is Ken. She's having a conversation with Ken downtown on the bed, honey, and telling Ken, basically, they talking about the baby and stuff. And Ken was like, I just wish that this wouldn't have happened. I'm caught up. I ain't never think that I'd be, getting nobody pregnant. But they said that word down on the curb is okay. I think we already discussed that. I think I've already put that out there. Okay, as long as y'all remember, we're good. So anyway, he's sitting up there, saying that he wished it hadn't happened like this. He wished that Gypsy had gotten her divorce before she got pregnant. So hold up, wait a minute. Okay, so what we not gonna do now? I know that Gypsy is, riding on a little bus. Okay, she riding on a little yellow bus, but you got to take responsibility for that too, Ken. Because Ken, if you did not want her to get pregnant, what you should not have done was laid with somebody else's wife. Now I know that Gypsy probably, I made it, on and popping and gave you something that you couldn't refuse. You understand what I'm saying? But no, you have to take responsibility for the fact that Gypsy is pregnant, okay? Because she couldn't have got pregnant on her own. So for him to sit there and sidestep and say that, I wish that she had waited. Well, you should have waited to touch her because after all, she was still married. I don't care what her and Ryan was going through. You should have waited. But no, you want to get out there on the celebrity too because all of a sudden now you creeping downtown to Rob and Christie's house. Don't think ain't nobody see you. You and your little black Jeep pulling up the street, creeping, okay, slithering on the ground, trying to make sure that you got a little piece of the pie. It's so sad when you get celebrity like that, and or the people that will attach themselves to you that ain't had nothing to do with you for 5 years, bitch. You ain't come out and you wasn't dating me. You didn't tell me why you had left me and nothing like that. She said before she got out of jail, she had already asked Ken, basically what it's gonna be. And Ken, said he wasn't gonna wait for, wasn't gonna fight for or nothing. Didn't want her to wait, didn't want her to fight. So she went on to the next best thing. Or the next worst thing. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, honey, ain't nothing going on with Ryan but that dog. That motherfucker still ain't cleaning up around the house. I mean, I'm just saying, keep a tidy house, keep a tidy home, do something. I mean, god dang. Anyway, okay. So here we are, right? We find ourselves in this situation with the two of them. They had this baby, and so Gypsy has to stay at her parents' residence, right? She can only be out 2 nights a week. Ain't no way in the world you gonna tell me that Gypsy wasn't with that man every goddamn day. But anyway, so he had a little place. I think he was living with his parents and everything. So we see them going out and trying to find them a little house and a little home to live in. I guess her little Habitat Humanity coupons done wore the out after she was in jail. Okay, I guess her Habitat, she can't go back to Habitat Humanity because they done figured out what the game is. You understand what I'm saying? They know what the scheme is, so she can't go back that route no more. Okay, ain't no more Katrina's for her, and her. So, she wants to, be with Ken and stuff like that. And, she wants this little happy home. She said that, she's pregnant now. What happened, happened. And she's going to put her big girl's drawers on and she's going to, handle her business, right? Because she wants a baby. And so, but her daddy had already said, Rob had already said that she wanted a baby, back there in the days when he was talking to his wife. Okay, anyway. So Gypsy and Ryan are, Gypsy and Ken are out looking at homes and everything. In the meantime, Ryan's sitting at home and on TikTok, bitch, grieving and everything, the relationship and, getting sympathy. And like I said, he's getting queens. Okay. The same thing that he told Gypsy to do, that social media was your income. Rob turned around and not Rob. Oh my God. Why am I messing up these names? Ryan turned around and did the same exact thing. So anyway, when we look at this particular episode of Gypsy's show, he tells her that they found a place and they're going to move into the place October 1. They talking about rugs, putting rugs on the floor in the nursery, and Ken is like, you're gonna have to do a lot of vacuuming and stuff like that. And what I thought he was doing was implying that Gypsy was dirty. I don't know that she, don't really keep no good home. So we see the two of them going to go and see a counselor because she says that, she wants to, see a counselor. But of course, Ken, there are no problems in our relationship. We're just going to a counselor so we can talk stuff out. Bullshit. The way that we saw him later on in this episode, oh, you definitely got some problems going on. But the thing about it is, if you sit and watch the daggone thing, you can see Ken side-eyeing her the whole time. Ken don't fuck with her. He don't, y'all. He don't mess with Gypsy. He caught up in the rapture of love. Ah. That's what Ken is with this. So anyway, we doing what we do with the woo whoop and the boop boop boop, right? And so we going through, all the little changes and stuff like that. And so she get to the counselor, and the counselor was like, "Okay, you're here, and what is it you want?" So Gypsy is like, "I want to be able to talk to him and be sensitive about his feelings and stuff like that, because sometimes I talk to him, and he just ignores me, or he doesn't want to come talk about it." And so, I thought that she had already said downtown to the car that they had no issues, but now here we see that the issues have arose. And so, the two of them are, making comparisons between each other of how much they stay out there on social media, reading comments and stuff like that, right? Because their whole life is surrounded around social media. So we like, oh, okay, it is what it is. It is what it is. So anyway, they doing what they doing with the woo woo woo, as far as social media is concerned. And so, the lady is, saying, well, look, we're not going to get hung up on one particular thing. Let's talk about some other things. And so, Gypsy is saying that, she wants to be more sensitive to him and everything. And he really don't give a damn. Ken is not feeling this girl, y'all. I'm sorry. He just not. Because, honey, they go out on a date. Yeah, they went out on a date. And Ken takes her to a seafood restaurant. In this seafood restaurant, they're celebrating something. I can't remember what it was, but they were supposed to be celebrating something. And Ken gets the waiter at the table and says, "I would like to order these two dishes." One dish was octopus, and the next dish was some type of blue crab, tomato, watermelon salad. Now, I don't know where in the hell or why in the hell anybody will be eating a watermelon, blue crab, tomato salad, but bitch, I guess. Never one time did he give a damn about what Gypsy wanted to order. She's sitting up there with her best hairdo on. We all know that she changed her hair to blonde. She's trying to do it, whatever she got to do to capture him, and now she's pregnant by him. Gypsy is sitting at the table. The food comes to the table. Now, Gypsy don't like octopus. She says she's scared of him. Ken told her to eat it. Eat it anyway. Eat the cake. She takes and tries to chew it and she can't. It's gross. It's something she don't like. She spits it out into a napkin. No, he told her, swallow it. Now, mind you, you got something in your mouth that is offensive to you. And you got your man sitting there saying, don't spit it in a napkin, swallow it. So she has to swallow the octopus. So now he's got crab. Now, mind you, ain't came to the table for Gypsy. She didn't get an opportunity to order off the menu. Ken tried. He said he liked octopus. He didn't give a damn if Gypsy did. So the blue crab salad comes out. He gives her a little bit off of it. He said, you probably not going to like it. She said, yeah, I'm probably not. She sits there and tries to force herself to put it in her mouth and just can't do it. She's sitting there and she's trying to eat it. She said, yeah, probably not. He's sitting there at the table and he just eating his heart away. Ken didn't give two. Do you hear me? One, two rat asses on whether or not Gypsy wanted something to eat or had anything to eat. He never gave her an opportunity to order off the menu. And then when she said that she didn't like something, he didn't care. I believe because she didn't like it, he ordered it. Gypsy is so in love with Ken that she is able to do whatever. She is willing to do whatever this man can tell her to do. Disgusting on so many levels, y'all. So if the while, he's telling her, eat it, swallow it, stop complaining, don't do this, don't do that. So eventually she looks around and says, is there, where the bathroom is? He tells her it's back there. Gypsy gets up and we hear her sniffling behind the door. She is crying. Because Ken has a way of talking to her as if she is a child. He is very sarcastic and he's just not into her. He don't even want to feed the girl, but yet Ryan got pillows on the bed. He's got, I'm sure, a piece of her head somewhere in a box, bitch. Ryan got a whole shrine to her, stuff that he should have threw out when Gypsy left. He didn't even throw out. He got a shrine of her stuff still there. Why Ken don't give a damn if the girl eat and she got a whole baby in her stomach. I'm sure them bitches had to pull over to the local McDonald's before they went home. But Gypsy is in the bathroom crying. She comes back out and he don't even recognize, and neither does he care that she's been sitting her ass in that bathroom crying over him. Did she get the breath mint at the end of it? Here's my thing. Many, 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 many people feel that Gypsy is getting exactly what she deserved. In my opinion, Gypsy is getting exactly what she wanted. Ken. But what she don't know is what I think I know. The look that is in on Ken's face. Go back to the thumbnail and look. He is not into Gypsy at all. He is going through the motions. He said that they was in some type of storm. He's talking to Gypsy on the phone. Gypsy is saying that they had mass evacuations. Christine is laying on the bed. She's sick. Laying on the sofa. She's sick. She said that they had evacuations, mandatory evacuations. He said, so where are you going? This mother, knew that the storm was coming, so why didn't he ask her to come and stay with him? They could have called the parole officer and said she's going to extend her 2-day stay based on the storm coming, based on the storm. But nah, he asked her, so what you gonna do? Why in the hell? Let me tell you something. You cannot do bad by people or wrong by people and think that you're gonna grow. Let me tell you, Gypsy is absolutely about to get exactly what she wanted. Ken, you can tell when he was talking about the baby that he regrets it. He regrets being with Gypsy. He don't care. Let me get a few of y'all comments down here. Cat, I'm just picking a random, okay? If you want me to pick up a comment or something, let me know. Cat said Kim has taken her to numerous very nice restaurants, and all she will eat is fries and Caesar salad. That would be frustrating. She is manipulating things so she can play victim. Okay. Thank you, Boo, for your comments. Okay, girl, what's the T said? If y'all remember, she said to Ryan, if you start to control me, I'm leaving. But Kendra is controlling ASF. What do you mean, Kendra? Who is Kendra? Cindy G in Tennessee. Okay, that rhymes. Says exactly. He's controlling her, and that's her karma. Okay. Randy said Ken is after that bag. After the bag. Kendra had other plans during the storm. Let me tell y'all something. I will be covering this like we covered this the last time because I'm always interested in what's going on with Gypsy Rose, but I can't keep up. With all the TikTok and the knick-knock and I can't keep up with all of that, but what I can do is keep up with this show. I want to pop in here and have a conversation with y'all about it. Y'all let me know downtown in the chat. Because I'm going to tell you right now, Ken absolutely would not feed that girl. I can't imagine going out with a mofo and he orders 2 things off the menu and ain't asked me if I even wanted breadsticks and butter, bitch. Ain't no way in the world. You would at least have to give me some breadsticks and some butter. Okay. Y'all, thank y'all so much for being here. Y'all, please like, comment, and subscribe. And please share my videos. Let people know. When you go in other people's stuff, drop it down. Have you seen Auntie? Send it to your friends. Send it to your family. Send it to your group. Send it to your Facebook people. Send it to whoever. Go to Reddit. Tell them Auntie Advice is covering it. Thank y'all. Please and thank you. And until we meet again, y'all be safe down there in the streets and in the water. And make sure the replay gang and everybody else, y'all put y'all comments in the chat. We'd love to hear it. Bye, y'all.